Hello friends, very good day to you all. Hope you are all doing very well. We'll take a short break from our series of soups and shorbas. We'll continue that throughout the winter, now and then with some other recipes. Today I'm going to make broccoli and green peas brown pulav. It's a very healthy version. It is much simpler to the regular pulav varieties. It is very mildly spiced. And to make it healthier, I am using brown basmati rice. I'll show you what are the ingredients required. Come on, let's see. Now to make the pulav, I have soaked about 1 cup of brown basmati rice. This is a market bought variety, quick cooking basmati rice. There are a lot of brands which are actually giving you a 15 minutes guarantee of cooking. They mean a pressure cooker. I'm going to make it outside today, that is cook on a normal clay pot. So I've soaked it. This is soaked for almost more than 1 hour. Little more than 1 hour, maybe 1 hour 15 minutes. And this is about 2 cups of broccoli florets. I have blanched them in boiling water, switched it off and kept it for some time. I'll just show you, they are like almost half done, more than half done. So we're not going to cook them right now. I've added salt also to this. We'll be using them at the last to flavor and steam using the pulav. This will be added at the end. This is about 1 big onion. I've made it into thin slices. Slice the onions, don't chop them finely, they don't give a good flavor to pulavs. This is about half a cup of green peas. This is about 1 cup of spring onion. They are finely chopped. This is coriander to garnish, finely chopped one. Now, I've taken for the spiciness, I've taken 1 big green chili and slit them into 4. It will be very mildly spiced, unlike a regular pulav or biryani with vegetables. Now this is a 2-inch piece of ginger and 5 pods of garlic. Again, I am not using ginger garlic paste here. This is basically, I have used a stone crusher and crushed it into small pieces. They are finely crushed. Okay, you need to pound them. This is bay leaf. I am using 2 of them to flavor the pulav. An optional ingredient. This is optional, purely optional. I am using a little jeera and a little of saunf. A tablespoon of finely grated coconut. This we'll be using for garnishing at the end. Now let's see how to make it. We'll require the required amount of salt and a little ghee to cook the cooking medium, to cook the pulav. Today I have taken a clay pot. This is a regular one which I use. This is dedicatedly used only for pulav and biryani. So I'm lighting the clay pot, switching on the flame. Now I'll be adding little sesame oil. If you don't prefer, you can use some other neutral oil. Basically, sesame oil sometimes turns slightly bitter, but I don't mind it. And I'm adding about half a teaspoon of clarified butter or desi ghee. Now let it melt. I'm adding the bay leaves. I've added the cumin and the fennel, or call it saunf. Now we will add the green chilies. I'm getting a very nice aroma. Now add the pound ginger and garlic. followed by the onions. We are not using any cloves, cinnamon or even other red chili powder, dhania, the general ones which are added to biryanis or sometimes even to pulavs. Just toss this. Now add the salt that is required for this recipe and let the onions caramelize a little. I'll tell you how to actually identify how much of salt is required. It can be adjusted during the recipe. Now just cook the onions. See that they separate and become small thin strips. Now add the green peas. They are all washed. Don't overdo the onions. You will get a slight crispiness and a sweetness if the onions are 60-70% done for any pulav or biryani. So that gives a very good taste. Now with the rice I have used for 1 cup 3 cups of, it's a brown rice, it takes some time to cook and little more water also. So I have taken 3 cups of water. I am not going to add any other extra water. I have added everything while soaking. Now you add the water to the recipe. We will wait for the rice. Now we are not adding the rice. Let this come to a boil. We will see once it comes to a boil. Now let's see the water has come to a boil. Now just at this point slightly taste the boiling water, just cool it down, take a little. The trick to find out whether the salt is right is that this water should taste saline. It should taste like seawater. Just to enhance the taste, I am adding some chopped curry leaves. I think a little more of salt is required, so I am adding about little less than 1/4 teaspoon. Now let us add the rice, the soaked rice. Because this is a soaked brown rice, it takes some time for cooking. So we will see, we will transfer this to another burner so that we proceed with doing some frying of the coconut. I have now heated a pan. I am just adding the coconut. This pan was already greased because I had used it for some other recipe. Just give it a mix and let it roast for some time. It should become crisp, not brown. Now let's see how it is. The grains are elongated. I am finding boiling water in between. So this is a very right time to add the broccolis. Just arrange them on the top. As I told you, they are already cooked. Arrange them on the top along with some chopped spring onion. Now close the lid and leave it to cook for another, at least let it cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. We'll see once it is done. We'll see the condition of the rice and then we'll see what is to be done. Now it's been about 6 minutes. Let's see what is the condition inside. I find very little water. It's almost done. It's grainy, nice, well. Just give it a mix. See, actually the flavor of basmati in this particular rice may not be exactly similar to what you get with a regular basmati rice, but this is way healthier. Now I've taken the coriander and the roasted coconut together, what we had taken earlier, and just adding it. And now we will give this also a good mix. Now the delicious broccoli green peas brown pulao is ready to be served. Today I made a raita with some shallots and little methi, roasted methi powder. I'll show you the recipe in a different way, not a raita, once later. Now friends, do try this. It's a very subtle tasting recipe. At the end with the brown rice, you will not find any of the flavors to be strong, neither the ginger garlic nor the chili. You will only have the smell of the peas broccoli and a very mild smell of that bay leaf. If you wish to and would prefer this, I made a healthy version using brown rice. I wanted to avoid even the regular version. So now if you are making it for your family or a weekend, or you feel it is okay, you can heat about 2 teaspoons of desi ghee or clarified butter and add some cashew nuts, fry them and add to this and give it a good mix. That will taste absolutely yummy. Please do try the recipe friends and let us know how it is. Let me know your comments. Please encourage, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.